There's a place on Earth where stepping foot isn't just illegal, it could get you killed within minutes. No warning signs. No second chances. Just a stretch of jungle in the middle of the ocean where time never moved forward. And outsiders are not welcome. Right now, while millions of people are booking flights, planning vacations, and chasing the next Instagram spot, there's one island that stays completely off limits. Not because it's hidden, not because it's impossible to reach, but because the people who live there have made one thing very clear: stay away. Out in the Indian Ocean, far from the noise of cities and cruise ports, sits a small piece of land known as North Sentinel Island. On a map, it looks like nothing special. Just another green dot surrounded by blue water. But this island holds one of the most intense human stories still unfolding today. No roads, no electricity, no internet, no modern world, and no outsiders allowed. The men who live on this island are part of a tribe called the Sentinelese. They've lived here for thousands of years, completely cut off from the rest of humanity. While the world built cities, invented technology, and connected across continents, these men stayed exactly where they were, living off the land, hunting, fishing, surviving the way humans once did long before modern life existed. And they want it to stay that way. Every attempt to approach this island tells the same story. Boats get too close, arrows start flying, helicopters pass overhead, weapons are raised. There's no curiosity, no interest in contact. Just a clear, direct message. You don't belong here. Back in the day, governments and explorers tried to make contact. Some thought they could help, others were just curious. But things never went the way they expected. There were moments when gifts were left on the shore. Coconuts, tools, items meant to build trust. Sometimes the islanders would take them. Other times they would respond with hostility. It was unpredictable, tense, and dangerous. Over time it became obvious. This wasn't a place you could slowly integrate into the modern world. This was a place that actively rejected it. And then came the reality nobody could ignore. The biggest threat wasn't just violence. It was disease. The Sentinelese have lived in isolation for so long that their immune systems are completely unprepared for common illnesses. Something as basic as a cold, the kind people shrug off every day, could wipe out an entire community there. That changed everything. This wasn't just about protecting visitors anymore. It became about protecting them, the people of the island. So the government of India made a decision, a strict one. No one goes there. A no-contact rule, a no-entry zone. Boats are not allowed within several kilometers. Aircraft are restricted. Even taking photos from a distance is illegal. It's one of the most heavily protected areas on the planet. Not because of what's on the island, but because of who's on it. But here's where the story takes a turn. Despite the rules, despite the warnings, despite everything, some people still try. In 2018, a man made international headlines. He was an American who believed he could reach the island and make contact. He paid local fishermen to take him close. He knew the risks, he knew the law, but he went anyway. What happened next was exactly what history had already shown. The moment he stepped onto that beach, the islanders reacted. He didn't make it back. That incident wasn't just tragic. It was a reminder, a harsh one. This island isn't a mystery waiting to be explored. It's a boundary. A line that shouldn't be crossed. And yet, people are still fascinated by it. Why? Because in a world where everything is connected, mapped, documented, and shared, this place isn't. No one knows their language. No one knows their exact population. No one knows their full way of life. There are no interviews, no documentaries from inside, no social media, no access. It's one of the last true unknowns, and that makes it powerful. It also makes it dangerous. Out at sea, fishermen sometimes drift too close by accident. Coast guards monitor the area constantly. Not just to keep outsiders away, but to make sure the islanders are left alone. Because history has shown what happens when isolated communities are forced into contact. It rarely ends well. Entire tribes around the world have disappeared after exposure to outside diseases and cultural disruption. What looks like progress from one side can mean complete destruction from the other. So the world stepped back. And for once, that might be the right call. But let's be real for a second. There's something about forbidden places that pulls people in. That curiosity. That urge to see what's hidden. What's untouched. What's different. This island feeds that curiosity like nothing else. A place where humans live the way they did thousands of years ago. No modern tools, no digital world. Just survival, instinct, and tradition passed down through generations. It almost feels unreal. But it's not. It's happening right now. While cruise ships sail across oceans, packed with thousands of passengers enjoying luxury, entertainment, and endless buffets, this island sits quietly in the same waters, untouched by all of it. Two completely different worlds, just miles apart, and cruise ships? They stay far away. Not just because of laws, but because there's nothing there for them. No port, no tourism, no welcome, just risk. And here's something most people don't think about. Even if the island suddenly opened tomorrow, it wouldn't be safe to go. Not for visitors, and not for the people who live there. Contact would change everything, instantly. Their way of life, gone. Their health, at risk. Their independence, broken. Some places aren't meant to be explored. They're meant to be respected. That's a tough idea in a world built on travel, discovery, and experience. But this island forces that conversation. It challenges the idea that every place should be accessible. Because sometimes, the most powerful thing we can do is leave something alone. And maybe that's what makes this island so different. It's not just banned, it's protected. Protected from the outside world. Protected from curiosity. Protected from us. So the next time you scroll through travel destinations, looking for the next adventure, the next hidden gem, the next place nobody else has been, just remember, there's one island out there where nobody goes, not because they can't find it, but because they're not supposed to. And that's exactly why it still exists the way it does today if you're into real stories like this. The hidden side of travel, the places that don't show up in brochures. Hit subscribe to Travel and Cruise. Because the world is a lot bigger and a lot stranger than it looks.